Hello guys and welcome back. Today I am testing out some new products. I have been on a low buy in July, so I haven't bought much, but I went by Sephora the other day and just saw a few new products that I really wanted to test out. I have the new Rare Beauty powder. I also got the little puff that comes with it. Sephora has a new Reveal the Real. It's like a skin tint, but I swatched it and it looked really pretty. Some new, what are these? Anastasia Blurring Serum Blushes. I actually had so many questions about these, and honestly, I didn't even know about them, about this release. So I picked up a couple of colors. We just have a lot of random things. Oh, the new Danessa Myricks concealers. I also have some new Fenty products. Also, Mercier came out with new lip liners and lipsticks. I don't think I have quite a full face of new makeup, but I do have quite a bit. So I'm excited to try them on. I hope you are too. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe down below and let's get started. For a primer, I don't think I have any new primer, but I did pick this up from Amazon Prime. This is the Dalba First Spray Serum. I heard great things about it and I thought, why not? Let's just spray this on. It smells nice and clean, almost like a spa. I've used it a couple times before makeup, during makeup, after makeup, and I really like it. It gives a nice kind of glowy finish and it seems to moisturize my skin and everything, so I enjoy it so far. I do have actually a new Saie product. This is the Glowy Super Gel. I have never tried their other colors, but they came out with this rose glow, and I got a mini just because I have so many glowy primer products, so I just wanted to test out how the product works. I'm gonna put a little bit here. I actually really like that Saie has mini in these because when I travel, which I've been traveling quite a bit, I like to have just minis. Ooh, that's really pretty. I was wondering if the rose color will show up, but it actually shows up. Okay. I know people use this under their makeup, on top of it. I may use it on top of it too. Oh, that looks beautiful. I like that. The consistency is really nice, light, like a serum and a little bit of a jelly feel. And it has completely set down, which is actually quite surprising, but the glow is still there. I didn't want to put too much glow everywhere just because I want to test out the new Sephora Reveal the Real. It is a skin tint. It's supposed to last 12 hours, hydration, and long wearing. So I'm gonna shake it actually. I had a hard time picking my shade, to be honest. I picked up 180p light, and I initially went straight on for 200, 250 because it was supposed to be a light, medium, neutral undertones, and those were so deep. So I was like, okay, never mind. And from what I could kind of tell, it seemed like they had a good variety, like a lot of shades for a skin tint, which I do like to see. Sorry, I'm struggling to open this because it's sealed. This baby is, they want to make sure you don't open it. As you can see, I am not in my studio, I am in my bedroom, and I love the feel of this. It feels so much more relaxing. I love that I have some natural light as well, and I feel like it's, I don't know, you let me know, but I personally love the look overall. Okay, I am gonna take a little bit of this. You have to shake it, otherwise it's very separated. And honestly, I'm just gonna use my finger and rub it everywhere. I only kind of swatched it in store, and I really like the way it looked. I don't know anything about it, honestly. I haven't seen any reviews or anything. Okay, the color is nice, right? I really don't like having a skin tint that it's too light. I almost feel like it just gives me a cast. So I'd rather have it just a smidge darker. Mostly when it's a skin tint, I feel like it gives me maybe a little bit of a bronze. But the shade seems nice, right? Yeah. I think the coverage so far, it's light. It went on very easy. It's light texture, a little bit gel-like maybe, but it seems to dry down a lot more than I expected. I expected this maybe to stay a little bit more hydrating on the skin. Okay, so this has pretty much fully dried down. It doesn't feel oily at all or sticky or anything like that. It feels like it has completely dried down. I kind of feel like if you are a little bit more combo skin or oily, I think you may enjoy something like this because it's completely set right now. That's actually surprising. Okay, so this is with a thin layer and with nothing. I have a little bit of a bruise right there from jiu-jitsu, but it's healing. It's not as bad as it was, but I love the finish. I love the way it's set down. Honestly, I would not call this very radiant or hydrating. I don't think it's drying, but it sets down quite quickly, almost powdery like. I don't know. I'm actually liking this because many times skin tint tend to be extremely oily and runny and almost made for just dry skin. And I feel like this feels like something that if you have combo or oily skin, you would enjoy. I'm very curious what people are saying about this product. This was $22, so I think the price is nice. Very light coverage. I mean, I still see all my sunspots and freckles and things like that, which I do not mind. I actually love this kind of coverage. And I really like products like this for summertime that aren't too glowy or oily, because I'm already gonna get oily the second I walk outside in this humidity. But okay, that looks really pretty. Again, the glow is most likely from the Saie serum, but here the pores are looking really nice. I will try to build it up a little bit on my cheeks, but yeah, it looks really nice. It reminds me of one other skin tint that I really like. I can't remember the name of it. It's in a fun packaging. Is it from Kofi? I need to look it up because it will bother me. But oh yeah, it's building up a little bit more. I'm using the Refer brush. Okay, let me first look that up. It's the Cali Ray. Oh, are they discontinuing this one? It looks kind of like that. I loved this one. I think I have very little left, if anything. I used to love this one because, again, it wasn't super oily and too radiant, and it set down, and it was quite blurring. I feel like this is similar to that one. Is the color a little orangey? Maybe a little peachy, but I couldn't decide with the colors because they didn't have a neutral in the lighter section. They had a neutral when it came to light medium, and those were very, very dark. And then the yellow one looked just too yellow. So I'm stuck with peach. I took a quick break because I got a package from Oden's Eye. They sent a bunch of things and I heard great things about this brand. So I may try to use some of the eyeshadows from them, but I took a look in the mirror just in the hallway where it's all natural light, and I love the way this looks on the skin. It is so blurring. I love the finish because it's not super glowy. It's a very blurring around the pores. I'm really liking this right now. I don't know if you have super dry skin if this is gonna be good for you, to be honest. I kind of feel like this is great for normal, combo, even oily skin, because it does dry kind of matte, and the glow that you see here is from the Saie. So love this. I was actually on my way out of Sephora after I purchased all my other products and saw the display for this, and I was like, well, let me swatched it, loved the way it looked, and purchased it, and I'm very glad I did. Let's kind of look at these Oden's Eye palettes. Oh, this is a very colorful. You guys know me, I'm extremely boring, but I heard great things about the quality of these. Ooh. Look at all these colors. Ooh, that periwinkle color right there. That one looks beautiful. I may have to just dabble into that today. That one right there. Yes, that one. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but that is stunning. Oh, they have some highlighters and some blushes that they sent over. I'm gonna have to play with those in a different video just because it's a lot of them, a lot of blushes and highlighters. I may dabble into eyeshadow a little bit, but let's go back to the base. Again, I love the skin tint. And now we're gonna do the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. I have been wearing this, and the first time I tried this, I wasn't sure just because it felt quite dry. It did not feel very moisturizing, but there was something interesting about the texture that I really liked. So I tried it more and more, and I have loved this product. Even though it's not the most hydrating, I actually really love the way it sits under the eyes, the way it sits on the skin. The color I have here, I think it's color shade 5. I was between 5 and 6. 6 was a little bit more neutral, and I wanted a little bit more peach under the eyes. And I've liked it. I was surprised that I liked it. I almost didn't purchase it after I swatched it because I felt like it was maybe a little bit too drying for me. But after wearing it and testing this out, I have learned that it stays so well in place. It blends in really nicely, and it's quite blurring. The color is a little light for me, as you can kind of see. I think I just need a deeper color, but I did love the effect that it gave my under eyes, my pores. If you have very dry skin or dry under eyes, I really don't think you're gonna like this because it's almost like a thicker texture. Let me feel it real quick. Yeah, it's almost like a thicker texture, almost like a paste, and it covers pretty well. You can see right there. But yeah, it's not a very serumy. It doesn't have a ton of hydration. It's one of those that lasts a long time, which is something that I really like. I was expecting this to kind of crease on me really badly just because of the texture and the way it kind of dries down quickly. But I was able to maneuver this, and it looked really nice under the eyes throughout the day. It's definitely one that I can kind of see under my eyes when I first apply it, but once my kind of oils are coming through and everything, I really like it. But it's not for everybody. I know this is getting rave reviews everywhere, and I can kind of see why, but I really don't think it's for everybody. It also looks very smooth around the pores. So if you're struggling with large pores, I really like the way this looks. But again, you are giving up a little bit of that hydration and kind of moisture under the eyes, but not everybody needs that, you know? I have some very dry skin right here, a little bit of peeling. It's kind of catching on that a little bit, but not bad. Like, I just need a tweezer to kind of pull that skin. But I really like the way it looks over the pores. I think it's very flattering, and in the wrinkle area, I do need to tap it from time to time. I don't think I have any new bronzer, so I'm just gonna put my Ciele bronzing drops. This is in the shade 2. I just really enjoy it. I've actually learned that you could kind of like dab it like this and not have to just put it on your hand, but out of habit, I've been kind of putting it on my hand. I've reviewed these before. I've been using them. Really like them. Very blendable. The one thing that I've noticed is when I try to combine it with other foundations, because of the color, actually I think that was the lighter shade. I think that was the shade 1. I was struggling because it made it a little bit more gray rather than bronze, but I was using the shade 1, not 2. Let's take this Hourglass brush. I was looking for my BK Beauty brush, but I don't think I brought it. But yeah, this blends in very nicely, seamlessly. You thought it's quite intense initially, but then it just blends in. It's so nice. You can use it on your body. You can mix it in with your moisturizer. But just look how fast that is to blend. It's easy. I like the undertone of shade 2. It's not too much. You can build it up. You can kind of do whatever with it. I really, really like it. It also has SPF, which is the whole thing of Ciele. They have SPF in their blushes, in their moisturizers, and everything. I need to speed this up. We're gonna be here forever. But I have the new blushes from Anastasia. I have two colors, Guava, Hibiscus. Now the applicator is so interesting. You see, it looks like a needle pretty much, and you squeeze and the product comes out. Oh, I didn't notice that. Even though it's kind of a weird applicator, I love it. It's so satisfying, and I feel like, I don't know, it's easier to apply straight on your cheeks. So these are the two colors right there. This is Guava, looked like a beautiful kind of peachy pink, and then Hibiscus looked a little bit bright. I kind of want to do both of them on the cheek. So these are supposed to be a blurring serum product, and I'm just intrigued. I'm gonna first apply this. This is Guava. I'm gonna use my Sephora 55 brush. Let's see if you guys can see. Oh wow, this is so pigmented. I'm sorry if you hear my kids are playing, but wow, that is so pigmented. I definitely applied too much and I brought it in a little bit much, but we'll clean that up. I did not expect it to be so pigmented. Okay, it shears out though. It doesn't stay super intense. And again, we still have to powder. Okay, that is really pretty. This has blended in very easily. It has dried down pretty much completely. I think the glow that you see is from whatever I have underneath. I don't think the product is quite that luminous. It's pretty much dried completely. It does look very blurring though on the cheek, and I think that's the whole thing. It's like a serum blurring. Oh wow, it does look very blurring. And like I mentioned, it has completely dried down. And I think it's not super glowy. Let me put it on my hand. I should have tested all of these products separately, but I was just too excited. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it has glow to it. It seems to dry down completely. More of a matte finish, but not drying whatsoever. I like that. Again, this was the shade Guava. I put it here as well. I love the applicator. Kind of took me by surprise, but I'm actually loving it. I think it's fun and different, and I think it gives you more control. Okay, that's really pretty as well. Okay, win-win. And it does sheer out quite a bit. You need very little of this though. So this is probably the lightest shade, Guava. So I can only assume the deeper ones or the more intense ones like the Hibiscus, I'm gonna need very little. Let's put a little bit of this here. Whoop. This was the color that I was attracted the most to. Oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, it's similar to Guava, just more intense, just brighter pink. Here are the blushes combined, Guava here and Hibiscus kind of here. I kind of mixed them at this point, but they're quite different than the Hourglass serum blushes. These seem to dry down a lot more matte. They're not as luminous, and I think the effect is much more blurring than the Hourglass. Those are glowier and give a lot more radiance to the skin. I think the radiance that you see from here is more from the foundation or the Saie primer rather than the blushes, because when I swatch them on my hand, they seem to dry completely. But I like it. I like how blurring they are on my cheeks. So This is surprising. I like it. I like the colors. They had a beautiful plum color and that peach. I wanted to buy the peach shade, but it was sold out at my local Sephora. So here I have some sunspots, so that's why I'm kind of showing you more this side. But I'm liking it. Very surprised. Do we have a dud so far? I don't think so. I do think that I was very particular with the products I picked up today. I wanted to, I don't know that I would like the products, but let's move on to the powder. This is the Rare Beauty Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder, and the color I got is Porcelain. I have to say, the colors were so confusing to me. I went to the light neutral one and it was so dark. I mean, it looked like it was made for medium skin tone. So this is the only one that I could remotely pull off because it's the lightest one. So I don't know about the color selection. This one is quite light, but once it's on the skin, it almost darkens a little bit. It doesn't look as light as here. I'm confused about the color they selected. They all seem to pull quite either pink or orange. So I did not like the selection at all. Again, this is the lightest one. And I also bought the sponge. This was, I think, $15 for 2 of them. And I kind of feel like I wasted my money just because my Amazon ones are probably, I don't know, $9 for 6 or something like that. But I have to say that I love the diamond shape because you have extra pointy edges, and that's pretty much what I use it for all the time. So I enjoy that. Okay, let's put this on. Oh, I feel like my concealer looks great on this side and not so much on the other side. I do have that bruise there too. So the powder, you pick up quite a bit, and I'm gonna tap some out, like off on my hand, and I'm gonna start here. And whenever I swatched the powder first, I did not like it. I was like, wow, this is kind of cakey and messy. I try to use one of the kind of sponges that they have there, the disposable ones, and I did not like it at all. But decided to purchase it just to test it out, and I love it with this puff. I think it looks very smooth, very blurring, but it's not a super duper fine powder, not like the Givenchy, for example, and it is pressed, but I do think the effect that it has on the skin, I mean, it's very blurring. Okay, it's maybe a bit much for me just because I don't love a ton of powder, but I do think that it is so blurring around the pores. I mean, this side has no pores right now, but I also see the powder a little bit. So I'm still undecided how I feel about this powder. It's kind of like a hit or miss. If I want super smooth pores, I'll go for this one. But if I want a nothing makeup powder thing, I wouldn't go for this one. But I do think a lot of people are gonna like it because of that smoothing, blurring effect that it has here. I'm just gonna take it here on around the smile lines and set that as well. What do you guys think about this powder? Have you tried it? Have you swatched it? I think it has its place in my collection, mostly now in the summertime. I do like combining it with a more hydrating setting mist, or yeah, like this one, for example. I've been pairing these two together and I like that effect, but I do think it's quite intense. You have to like a powder to like this one, and I don't know. I don't think it's going to be for me in the winter time, but right now I do enjoy it. So yeah, it's very blurring. Before I spray my face, I do want to put a little bit of this Saie kind of gel primer. I want to put it on top. You know, it's so kind of watery. And I'm curious if it's gonna lift my makeup underneath. Wow, it's so pretty. Okay, I don't know. Did it lift some? I try to be very careful. So I bet if you rub this, it's gonna lift everything. Okay, that's my left hand. I can't do it with my left hand. That's really pretty on top as well. I'm excited about this little guy. I feel like it's gonna be used a lot. Let's put a little bit more of this spray. The spritz sounds very aggressive, but it really isn't. It's a very kind of soft and disperse the product very evenly, and the scent is so good. It's very light scent. It's not too intense. I'm taking this Benefit, what is this called? 24-hour brow setter. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. I'm trying. And I'm just running this through. This is heavy duty, but it never feels drying. I really, really like it. So I just kind of go over my brows, and then I will go and fill in any sparse areas with this Patrick Ta brow pen or pencil. I never know the difference between pen and pencil. My kids always correct me. I'm sorry. It is definitely quite embarrassing when your 5-year-old corrects you, but there's something that doesn't click. I'm curious how many words I say wrong, and my kids are going to be so embarrassed later in life. But it is what it is. English is not my first language. It is Romanian, and I'm actually going to Romania. I'm so excited. Me and the youngest son, he's going to go to Romania with me, and we're going to be gone for quite some time, and I'm just so excited. That doesn't happen till fall time, but I haven't been there in, I think, 8 years, which is a long time because most of my family is in Romania. So that's going to be so exciting. Let's move on to the eyes. I do want to play with maybe just the neutral colors in here. So let's take maybe this pink shade right there. Oh, it has name. Crater. Is that it? I think so. This palette is the Moonwish palette. I don't know a ton about the collections. I do know the quality. It's really nice. A lot of people seem to love it. And this blends in actually really, really nice. Quite pink. I'm trying to keep it very mellow just because I need to go places and I don't want a ton on my eyes. I'm taking, by the way, the color Dust right here. I actually really like this color. Okay, that calmed down the pink quite a bit. That's a pretty shade. I like that. It looks kind of like a puke color, but in the best way possible. Let's take a little bit of this brown. It looks a little bit more chocolatey. So we'll see how it works with that other color. I'll do more fun looks with this at a later day. But right now, I do have to kind of go a few places where I feel like I wouldn't even wear any makeup, to be honest. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit more subdued. That blends in really nicely. That brown is really nice. I like that. Okay, now I do want to take this shade right here. That looks so beautiful. And put it in the center here. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Wow, that is definitely intense. That is so beautiful. The glitter is a little bit chunkier than, for example, a Tom Ford glitter, but it is pretty. I really like the effect of it. And I think if you are kind of careful where you put these brighter colors or how much you put, you can still make it quite elegant. But yeah, that is definitely a nice, intense, sparkly shade. I am liking that shade. It's so pretty. I just took a brush to kind of blend it in and add just a little bit more on the base of my lashes. Fun. Okay, let's take this shade right here, which is more yellow, so hopefully I'm not ruining this, but I put it on the inner corner. Okay, so these are very intense, but still I'm able to pick it up with a brush, which is great. Let me bring it in just a little bit more. That's kind of fun, right? and it's not too out there. That's beautiful. I just love that shade. What is it? Periwinkle shade. It's stunning. Let me put mascara on and we'll do the lips. Before I move on to the lips, I completely forgot about this product right here. This is the Danessa Myricks. I think it's the Lowlight. This is in the shade Lowkey, and I am intrigued by this product. I have been wanting to get this product for a while. It looks beautiful. It looks like very light highlighter, very soft, and the colors are a little bit tricky because they are darker. There was a pink one that looked beautiful. It had like a shift, but this is the color that drew me in the most. So I'm gonna add a little bit here. It's almost like a blush topper, and this is a beautiful kind of peachier shade. We're just mixing it with the pink of the Anastasia blushes, but in person, like in the car mirror, it looks so smooth and beautiful and glowy, but without being too much. So I really like this product, mainly this color. The pink one looked nice, but it looked a little bit too much, like too pink. So I would love to see more colors because the formula is really nice. It's soft. It's not too intense. It's a barely there highlighter with a little bit of a color, and I think it's beautiful. I think it really is a glow from within. So I just wanted to put this on real quick because I forgot about it. Now for lips, I do have a few options. I have new Laura Mercier lip liners and lipsticks. I have 2 lip liners, 2 lipsticks, and then I do have some new Fenty Beauty lip liners and gloss. I kind of think I want to use the Laura Mercier lip liners just because the colors are working better with the look that I came up with. The Fenty ones, I'm definitely gonna use them in maybe my next video. I have a few shades I purchased, and the Gloss Balm, I actually did a reel using more of a brown color. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the Laura Mercier today. I picked up 2 shades of the lip liners. One is Rosewood and one is, which one was this? Plush Pink. So Plush Pink is right here, and then Rosewood. I really enjoy Plush Pink because it has more of a kind of pinky browny tone, and then Rosewood is more of a cool tone shade. I feel like that's going to be very popular. But which one should I'll show you both. This one is the Plush Pink, and look how easy it was to apply. And they blend in really, really nicely. But because of that, I have found them to be not the most long wearing lip liners. Let me put this on real quick and show you. Here is the color Plush Pink, and I really like it. The formula is very interesting because it's not super creamy, but it's creamy enough, but it almost becomes powdery once you blend it in. So I do like the feel of the lip liners. The only negative I have is the price. It's, I think, $29 for one, so I feel like that's a very expensive. Also, they're not very long lasting. It says that it's, I don't know, up to 16 hours or something like that. But on me, I found them kind of disappearing after some hours of wear, mainly when I eat. So I was kind of disappointed by that. But I love the formula so much and the colors that, I don't know. I don't think that you have to spend that kind of money for a lip liner like this. There's many other ones that perform much better. But I do enjoy like the color and the way they feel and they apply and how it contours my lips. So I just wish they were more long lasting. I also got 2 lipsticks, and these are a soft matte formula, and this is a beautiful formula. Very thin and matte, but not drying at all. I really, really like the formula of these. Actually very surprised. Here are the 2 colors that I picked. Of course, both nudes. The first one is Nude Sateen, and then this is Blush Chenille. Yes. So I think for this we can, I don't know, try both. Let's try the nudist one. I really like this color because I like nudes. And this is supposed to be more of a nude with a little bit of a warm undertone. They have a scent. They have a scent and it's strong, but it's not bad. I actually really enjoy the scent. It's not that rose scent. It's still kind of floral and a little sweet, but this is the nudist color. And I really like it. I would put a little bit more of a lip liner with this, just on the top, and blend it in. Let's do the rosewood one now. I'm gonna wear this one today. I think it'll match my look. That is the color Rosewood. I think it is beautiful, and I really do like how these feel and how blendable they are. And then let's do the pinkier lipstick on. That is the combo with Rosewood lip liner and blush Chenille. Let's put a little bit of satin in the center. Did I mess that up? Just a little bit. Dang, the scent reminds me almost like a perfume, like a niche perfume, but it's intense. If you are not into fragrances, you're gonna hate these. Those are the new lipsticks and lip liners from Laura Mercier, and honestly, I like the formula of them. Again, the longevity is an issue with lip liners, and it wasn't just like, oh, at the end of the day, I didn't really have much there. It's like after 3 hours, I felt like I had to reapply, which is not normal with many of my lip liners. Like the Fenty lip liners, these last a long time, even with a glossy lipstick on top. Actually, let's just take this Fenty gloss balm. This is in glazed donut, and I'm gonna add in the center just because my lips are so dry. They are peeling and dry. I should have exfoliated them before, but you know, I was lazy. This is definitely glossy, glowy. I added very little, but you can add a ton, and look at that color. The shade 2 is my favorite. I have it in my purse. That's it for now, guys. What do you guys think of all these new products that I've tried? I think the standout for me, I think it is the blushes from Anastasia and the skin tint. I am so surprised about that skin tint that I like it so much. It looks beautiful on the skin. Yeah, I think those two are the ones that I would recommend the most. I did also enjoy the eyeshadow. I think that one was really nice. I obviously have to play with it a little bit more, but if I could choose 2 products to repurchase, it would be the blushes from Anastasia and the skin tint from Sephora. $22. It's amazing. Make sure you swatch the colors in store. But that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe down below for more videos like these, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.